Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás a todos? Good afternoon. How is everybody? Um, Excuse the way I look. I've just changed my clothes. I just came back from work and running errands. So I've been at it since 5 o'clock this morning. It is now like 5 p.m. So I don't look as fresh as I once did today. But I want to show you a fruit that I make into a juice. This is a fruit called Lulo. Looks a little bit like a tomato, maybe an orange tomato, but it is more of a citrus, and it has a lot of antioxidant properties in it. Good for digestion, not to mention absolutely delicious. It has a very tart orangey or citrus flavor to it. Let's cut into it and take a look. So I cut it in half just like this. It's pretty soft. I like it. It needs to be a little more riper. Well, a little more ripe would be good for me to make the juice, or really to deal with it, to cut it out. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's actually quartered, and if it's really ripe, it's really easy to just scoop the whole thing out. This one's pretty ripe. Like I said, it could be ripe. Whoops. And the juices, I'm going to put it in my blender because we're going to make Lulada, which is jugo de Lulo juice. And the way I make it is creamy vallenato style. Vallenato meaning from Valledupar, this part of Colombia. And if they make jugo, they put ice in it because it's warm here. So they make sure they ice everything down, which is divino, divine. Absolutely spectacular. I'm going to make sure I get this juice in my blender too. The juice is coming out and it just pops right out, the whole thing. If it's not as ripe, you have to quarter it to get it out in quarters, because it will make like the white places, like I don't know what you call that, the stuff that attaches to the outer skin will be more prominent. But now that, since this is ripe, that's not so much of an issue. Okay, let's see. I always use two. These are fairly small. I have some bigger ones. They're just not ripe yet. They're still pretty firm. And so let's cut this guy. Now I've rinsed these off really well because they do have like a layer of grit on the outside of them. And like I said, this one's kind of small too. But get this juice in here and put this in my blender. And I'm going to show you how I make Lulo. It's got an American twist to it with Greek yogurt, which makes it whoa. Usually they'll make it here with ice and either water or milk. With milk, it's awesome. Lulo, jugo de Lulo, Cremosa, or with milk con leche. This one, like I said, isn't the ripest, so it's a little bit tougher to get out. Let's get this guy. I'm gonna have to manhandle him a little bit. Get all that juice in there, all that delicious juice. It's seedy, but the seeds are easily eaten, and probably helps if you are constipated. A lot of these fruits are like that. I'm trying to get some of that white rind, get it away from some of that white rind. So like I said, it could be a little riper. So there's so many fruits that can be made into juices here. And Colombia grows over 600 different varieties of fruit, because Colombia has every climate imaginable, which is super cool. So now, sorry you can't see me, but I'm getting into my freezer, and I'm going to get some ice cubes out. Got my little ice tray here ready to go. I'll put some ice cubes in here. A few ice cubes. some azúcar moreno, which technically translates to dark sugar, but really is just not been processed. We would call sugar in the raw, I guess, back in the States. I just kind of eyeball it depending on how big my Lulos are. Put that in there. Okay. Then I'm going to put a splash of water. A splash of cold water, that is, because it's hot here. Then I've got some yogurt, just plain Greek yogurt that I mainly use for my juicing. I'm take a big old blob of that and plop in there. Yum. So let's blend this bad boy. Take you here with me to this part of the kitchen. See if you can see me. You have to excuse my ghetto setup I have going on here. I'm trying to make sure that you can see everything. Okay. This is an old school Oster, so it's sturdy. So I blended up really well. There's still little pieces of ice still left in there, which is what I want. Get a clean glass. It's still wet. I just washed it. Let's get one that's not wet. I want you to see this deliciousness. It's got this beautiful, like, creamy with a tint of greenish orange color to it. With little pieces of ice. Dude, there's nothing better. Lulada. Cremosa.